Pisces, welcome to your weekend reading. Let's get started and see what messages we have for you this weekend. Okay, for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, what is coming up for the weekend? Okay. All right, very interesting, Pisces. Oh my goodness. Okay, we see a fork in the road. This is fascinating. Let's have a look at this. Okay, we see here a fork in the road and a new life as well as not for you. So that tells me that you have one heck of a decision this weekend. Something is coming up for you, Pisces, this weekend that's going to involve, I would say, a fairly significant decision. Either you're going to choose the path that leads you to the new life, or you're going to choose the path that's not for you. Oh my goodness, isn't that interesting to see those cards come out? New life. And here's the deciding factor. You're at a fork in the road. That's so interesting. Let's have a peek at the bottom of the deck and see what that is. Peace. So let inner peace be your guide. That will lead you to the path that's for you. Okay, that is essentially your reading right there for the weekend. But we're going to jump into the tarot cards and see if we can get some more messages here for Pisces. As you go into your weekend, it looks like you're going to be making sort of a choice about something fairly significant. You're either going to be venturing down a path that will lead you to a new beginning, or you'll sort of maybe take the path that may be familiar, but it's just not for you anymore. And I'm not sure why I'm saying familiar, but it feels like that is the road not to take. Using inner peace as your guide to help you choose, where do you feel that peace? Very interesting, Pisces. Okay, let's see what the tarot cards are going to tell us about Pisces weekend. Which one was that? Okay, King of Pentacles coming out in reverse. So yeah, lack of confidence here, Pisces. You're not feeling confident about which way to go, which path to take. What's the obstacle here for Pisces? Aside from this lack of confidence, what's causing that lack of confidence? Being at a crossroads. Wow, your reading's really consistent, Pisces. Yeah, you're at a crossroads, that's for sure. You're not sure which path to take. You're sort of not even feeling confident in your ability to sort of be certain about which path is for you and which isn't. There's the Fool in reverse coming out. Again, another card suggesting that there is a new beginning for you here, but it's almost like you have to choose it. You have to choose this. And I feel like you've got something else on the table. It's not just one path. You've got two options, it looks like. And I feel like we're seeing peace here, an observer behind it, just to observe, where do you feel most aligned? And that is the path for you. Perhaps you're being sort of overly concerned about something in the material world, which is why the King of Pentacles is here in the first place. Perhaps your lack of confidence is coming because of something in the material world, like money or a job, or even just like circumstantial stuff that's happening in life is causing you to feel a lack of confidence in terms of which direction to go with something. But there's definitely a new life here. You've got the Fool and the new life card. You just have to choose this. You just have to choose this and to feel confident in your ability to choose, sort of regardless of what's going on in the external material world. Interesting. So what is driving this reading then? Oh, look at that. We see the Nine of Swords and the Page of Swords both in reverse. So yeah, you're really worrying about something. You may be stressing about stuff happening in the material world. Again, money, comes to mind, career comes to mind, other people's perceptions of what you might be envisioning for your new life. You're worrying about it. And at the same time, I feel like you're not necessarily talking about it. This is interesting. It's almost like you're worrying about it silently to yourself. I feel like you have your guard up a little bit here. You're holding your sword close to your chest. You might not be communicating about these options with anybody. You might just sort of be holding in your energy because you want to not be influenced. It seems like you sort of want to make this decision without influence from the external world, which is fine. But I'm wondering if maybe the worrying is causing the lack of confidence here, Nine of Swords and the King of Pentacles, as you're trying to make this choice. What's the inner dialogue right now? Two more cards coming out. We see the Two of Swords and the King of Rods. So your inner dialogue right now is, you really are at a crossroads, Pisces, and it's one where I feel like you're needing to sort of realize some changes have to happen in order for you to pursue whatever it is that is really calling to you. This path towards the new life feels like the new path to me, right? Like it's something that you have been envisioning. It's something that feels really, really connected to you. Like you feel connected to this idea, but it's almost like you're playing a tug of war with your old life and your new life, and you might not have your footing quite yet in this new path. And so it's almost like you kind of keep slipping back into old patterns, not for any reason other than that those old patterns are very well established, and those are the ones that are not for you. Like it's almost like you've already lived that life on that path, and it's just, there's no judgment against those old patterns. It's just not serving you anymore. There's a new path that wants to sort of find you, and you're trying to find it. What you seek is seeking you, Pisces. And I feel like you're going to, be able to move towards this once you sort of surrender any sort of doubt or disbelief, and to have a lot of patience with yourself as you're trying to sort of undo old patterns to free yourself, and sometimes these old patterns of behavior, they slip in there, we're very accustomed to some of the patterns from the past because we've had a lot of practice at them. And so I feel like you are stepping into something new, and inner peace should be your guide. When I see this Nine of Swords and this Peace card, that tells me that if something's got you feeling anxious or worried, or you're feeling like you just want to avoid it instead of dealing with it, maybe procrastinating instead of doing what really inspires you, that this is something to think about. Bottom of the deck is the Empress, and I feel like we're seeing the Empress on the bottom of the deck as a reminder to nurture yourself and to nurture the things that you enjoy to do, even if they're brand new things that you're not really familiar with. You're still learning. Maybe it doesn't feel maybe natural or familiar yet, but it feels connected to you when I see that King of Rods. And I feel seeing the Empress is saying, nurture this. Nurture yourself and nurture this new path that is appearing. It's revealing itself. And, to sort of release the worrying and to focus more on the nurturing for the weekend. Pisces, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining me for this weekend reading, and I will see you again very soon for another one. Sending you so much love and light, my friends.